perfect scene from a movie, right? Yeah. And so in my head I'm thinking, okay, if I walk through the alleyway and I turn around and see him, he's for real following us. And so I walk, we turn, we go through the alleyway, get halfway there, look behind me, and there's my boy. He's following us. I'm like, ooh. And so I don't know if you're this person. This is what I do. I play scenarios in my head before they happen, on how I'm going to react to something, or how I'm going to respond to something before it happens. And so in my head, I'm thinking, okay, the dude's following us. He probably has a knife, something like that. I don't know why he's following, but he is. This is what I'm going to do. He's going to come running. He's going to come walking towards us. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to push Cameron. Bam! Push her hard. Not just a little bit, not a soft push. Push her hard. I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to push her hard because it's going to show this dude that, man, this guy's really a thug. He just pushed his girlfriend out of the way. He's really no joke. That's what my logic in my head.
That's smart.
But then I'm thinking, man, if I really don't want to push her that hard because I don't want to hurt her, I'm really trying to send a message to this guy. She's going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? She's going to be okay. I'm trying to send a message. Okay. So I said, okay, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to walk towards the guy. And I'm going to yell, yo, B. Don't know what B means. You just say it when you're about to get in a fight with somebody, okay? Yo, B, why you following me? And as I'm doing this, it's all in one motion. You don't say, yo, B, and then you say, yo, B, as you're walking, and you're coming up with the fist. So it's like a, yo, B, why you following us? Bam! Right in the head. Lay him out, run, pick up a girl, go out, get in the car, we're done, we're set, straight, lock, bam, set. Okay? That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Okay, that didn't happen. None of that happened. Okay, that didn't happen. What happened was we went to a car, I was paranoid, he wasn't following us. Okay. But, yeah, I don't know why I was, okay, sorry, okay. It's okay. But I say that story because a lot of times you come into church and in your head you paint a scenario of how you're going to go to school the next week and invite people to church. You get this flash of emotion and say, dude, I'm going to be all about Jesus. I'm going to be all about church. I'm going to come. I'm going to serve. I play guitar. I'm going to play on the worship team. I like meeting people. I'm going to be on the atmosphere team. I'm going to make this thing poppin'. Yeah. But it doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
I believe that God is calling his people out of just a thought that I may do something, but to step up and do something for the kingdom purpose.
Amen.
That God is calling young middle schoolers. Check this out. I love middle school ministry. Calling young middle schoolers to not be afraid and timid at their schools, but to be bold and courageous and invite their friends out to church that need to hear this gospel of Jesus Christ. Because you know your friends are going home to divorce situations. Because you know your friends are going home to bad self-esteem, and they need a grace and love of Jesus Christ to bring them out of that situation into a place of peace and happiness. And guess what? The church, you guys provide that message. The church does this. Now, there's the visible church. I'm going to get deep on you guys for a second. There's the visible church. That's what everybody sees. And the visible church is filled with the saved, the lost, the unsaved. And it's a collection of people that gather at the local church. Have you seen that? There's people everywhere, and you see it. I'm out of breath for some reason. Okay. That's funny. Okay. That's the visible church. It's filled with people, good people, broken people. But a lot of times, there's this opinion about church that, oh, I saw this guy at church, but then I saw him with his girlfriend on bleachers at school, and they weren't doing Christian things. Nope. Oh. Nope. And then it's like, oh, I saw this girl at church, but, I look at her Facebook, and her relationship status is in a relationship, single, in a relationship, single, in a relationship, is complicated, single. That's just, man, what's going on? And so, because the visible church is filled with so many people.
Yeah.
Now, check this out. There's an invisible church. Now, the invisible church is in your heart.
Yeah.
You can't judge a man's appearance on his outside, but it's in the inside that really matters.
Yeah.
And so on the inside, you have a lot of people that come to church who don't give a rip about the message, who don't give they're on the worship team, and they don't really care about worship. They're doing their thing, but nothing in their heart is pointing towards Jesus.
Yeah.
And in that, when the invisible is not focused on Jesus, it makes the visible church a place filled with a bunch of hypocrites.
Yeah.
What if Jesus
Come on.
is calling the invisible church, your heart, to a place of pointing towards Jesus?
Yeah.
Dude, because when your heart is focused on the things of God, when your heart is focused on His purity, when your heart is focused on what He thinks of you, dude, the invisible church will begin to bleed out to the visible church. And then when people walk into church, they don't see a whole bunch of hypocrites. They see some people, they see some middle schoolers who are passionate about the things of God, who are passionate about Jesus, and there's an authentic truth that because they are overflowing with what God is doing in their heart. The church is a place of the living God, which is the pillar of support of truth to our world. You and your heart will bleed into the visible church. I believe God is calling us to represent His church. Overall, what I'm saying, it's about Jesus. It's all about Jesus. My life is about Jesus. This step I take today is about Jesus. When I go to school, it's about Jesus. When I invite that person to church, it's not about me bringing people to church, but it's about Jesus impacting somebody's life. It's all about Jesus. I'm going to talk Jesus. I'm going to walk Jesus. I'm going to believe in Jesus. I'm going to hope in Jesus. Because when I get some Jesus in my system, Jesus will begin to overflow out of me. And when Jesus is overflowing out of me, it will catch on to somebody else. And now they got Jesus. They got the hope of glory inside of them. And Jesus spreads because the church is living it out. Dude, is that a good preach or what? Compliment myself on that one. Okay. Dude, Jesus, check this out, young people. Jesus is active in the church today. He's here, friends. He's about His church. He's about building up His people. Check this verse out. And Ryan can come on up. Colossians 1:15 through 18 says, Christ is the visible image of the invisible God. It's powerful. Christ is the visible image of the visible God, the firstborn over all creation. For Him, all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible. Whether thrones or powers or rules or authorities, in Him all things hold together. And He, check this out, Jesus is the head of the body, the church. Jesus is the head of the church. It's so like you even saw in that video today, D-Rec wanting to get plugged in, but he made all these excuses about getting plugged in. I believe when you get plugged into church, when you come at 5 o'clock on Friday, I want to invite you guys out to do this. Come out on 5 o'clock on a Friday, hang out, set up, take a part of the church. You come and you're not serving me. You're not serving Jenna or Pastor John. You're serving Jesus. When you move a chair, it's not you just moving a chair because it's a labor of work. You're moving a chair because it is going to bring people close. The person that sits in that chair can have an encounter with Jesus. And you moving that chair just played a part in somebody's eternal significance. When you serve the church and you get connected, when you're on the stage playing an instrument and worshiping the Lord, you're making a connection to God. You're serving the Lord. And that's why it's so vital to get